this is gonna be another really long video because he's on love and relationships. So yeah, I got a lot of feelings about this. I've been in a good amount of relationships, and I love them. I love something I'm like really into, and I don't really know my views on it, so I think I'm just gonna talk about my experiences. First person I ever dated was a boy, and he was pretty cool. He was pretty awesome. He was basically like a dream come true, like holy shit, how the fuck did I ever end up with this guy? Actually, you know what, I shouldn't start at him. We'll get to him later. I'm gonna start with my first love ever. So I was 11 years old, and there was this girl Samantha who was like super important to me, like really important to me. Like, she is the reason I got up in the morning, and she's the reason I did anything. I followed her everywhere. It was painful to be away from her when like it would snow and there'd be snow days and like we wouldn't be in school. I'd get really sad when she was absent. I'd get sad and I'd like think that she died or something. Just being away from her was painful, and I think that has a lot to say about how much I loved her. It's just, she was literally missing from me when I was away from her, and that hit me hard. And I was 11 years old. I didn't know what the deal was, and I'd felt that way about her since probably the 5th grade. But yeah, she was really special, and she kind of taught me what it is to love, essentially. She taught me how to smile and how to believe in other people and how to make friends, and she kind of pulled me out of this rut that I was in when I was an angry, depressed 9-year-old, which is really sad. Like, no 9-year-old should be as angry and depressed as I was. And she showed me like that it doesn't always have to be sad and depressing, and that I'm just the one making it bad for myself, and that I can choose to be happy or I can choose to be sad. I mean, she never told me any of these things. I just figured them out on my own when I was around her, because she just kind of brought me together with other people, and it really like spoke to me. And you know, she was also the reason that I found out that like I liked girls, which was pretty cool. I thought that was really awesome. I thought that was the coolest thing ever when I was 11. I was like, I'm different! And I never had issues with it. It was really nice. But, yeah, she's just really special, and she kind of set a really high standard for everyone thereafter. But like I said, I met that boy, and the reason I started dating him was actually because he reminded me of her. He had the same hair and eyes, and he was really shy like her, and he was kind of quiet, and I was just completely enamored with him. And we lasted for 16 months before he turned into a douchebag, started playing guitar, and like just left me for the one person in the world who I called my enemy at the time. Broke my heart wide open, and I was suicidal and depressed, and I didn't really know where to go from that point on, because I mean, to a 13-year-old girl who's had a boyfriend for a year, it's like you don't know how to deal with the change, and you don't know how to deal with like your life changing. But I had a group of online friends who kept me going, and you know, then after him there was another girl, and then a boy who again completely broke my heart wide open, not because I loved him and he didn't love me, but because he was my best friend in the world, and he walked away from that. And you know, the color of my hair is kind of an homage to him, because, you know, we dyed our hair together to resemble these frickin' video game characters that, you know, you've probably all heard the story, I don't know. And then, there was another girl who was fucking crazy and a pathological liar, and I guess I'm not allowed to make fun of her or talk bad about her anymore because she apologized to me, but it doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't really take away the shit that she did to me and my little brother. Especially my little brother. You don't fuck with my siblings. That's a bad idea. But, and then there was another person who, they were just really nice to me. And we had some rough times, but they eventually apologized, and now I'm like best friends with them. And I don't think they watch my videos, but yeah, Ari is like, I don't even know what to say about them. They're just like, they make me really happy, and they're my best friend. One of my best friends, definitely. Which is hard to say because I don't really give that title to a lot of people, but I think they've kind of proven themselves Because, I mean, like, apologizing to me is honestly one of the coolest things you can do, because it's never people apologizing to me, it's me apologizing to people when I don't think I deserve it, so that's always kind of shitty. But, yeah. After Ari, there was Caitlin, which, you know, I don't really have the emotional capacity to talk about her. I'm tearing up. She was kind of a dream. I don't really think that my time with her was even, like, it doesn't even feel real. Meeting her didn't feel real. I just was wearing my goofy, stupid fucking car cat horns to a movie one day, and she just popped out of thin air and started honking at me, and I was like, cool, this chick likes what I like, and I don't know, she loved me, and my biggest fear was always, like, you're not gonna love her enough, and she's gonna be heartbroken, and you're gonna be responsible for it, but it turned out to be the other way around. She didn't love me, and, well, she loved me, but she didn't love me like I loved her, and I fell for her. I loved her so much, and she just fucking dated my best friend, so not only did I lose her, but I lost someone who I actually considered a really good friend. But that's in the past, so fuck that. And then after Caitlin was Paul. Paul was special because I'm gay, but I dated him. I forgot about Alex. I didn't mention Alex. I don't know why I didn't mention Alex. He was in between Veronica and Ari. And he's my soulmate. Well, not really, but he's a soulmate in a sense. We have this, like, weird kind of connection that I can't really explain in words. I don't know what's going on with him these days, and I miss him a lot, but, at one point he was my best friend, and he's just really special to me. I really wish he'd come back and talk to me, but I understand he's got shit to work out. He was a great boyfriend, though. He listened to me a lot. He put up with my shit, which is definitely saying something. But anyways, yeah, and then there was Paul. Paul was cool. Paul's still cool. Paul's the other one that apologized to me. But he did it with style. Like, no offense to Ari. Ari can't really do it with style because they don't live here. But Paul, like, okay, he came over to my house with a freaking note addressed to one Carcat Vantis from one John Egbert, saying, "Hey Carcat, sorry I acted like a dick. I hope this makes up for it." And he brought me freaking coffee. But here's the thing, I read that note and I was in tears, and I was skimming over it really fast because my dad told me he was at the end of the cul-de-sac because he was leaving. So I was reading that note really fast, and I took a drink of the coffee, and it was a peppermint mocha, which was what I always ordered when he took me out for coffee, and he fucking remembered. I was like, this is something straight out of a cheesy fucking romance movie. I bolted down my cul-de-sac in my, like, no makeup, messy hair, freaking unwashed, gross trip pants, and hairy legs, and I just, like, hugged him, and I was crying like a little baby, because I was so happy. He's such a good friend. He's still a good friend. Like, we just had issues. And, then there was Sarah. And Sarah was a dreamy fairy tale princess who came out of nowhere and kind of just built my heart back up from the shambles that it was in and made me completely happy. And, I mean, Sarah's also special because, okay, she was the first person, well, not the first, she was the first person that I had to walk out on for the good of our relationship, because I noticed that I was changing and that I wasn't feeling the same way I did in the beginning, and I said, whoa, stop this shit right now. You're gonna turn into a terrible person and an insufferable prick, and you're gonna be a dick to her, and she deserves way better than that. And so I, like, gathered up the courage to be like, Sarah, we need to break up, and it's not because I don't like you, and it's not because of anything that anyone's done, but it's because, like, I want you to be with someone who, like, seriously loves you and, like, treats you like an angel. I didn't want to say princess because I do treat her like a princess because she is a princess, but like, that was the first time that I put someone else's well-being above my own, and I really, like, took a while to analyze the situation. So, and I think she's okay, which makes me happy because I really love her and I just want her to be happy, and that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, was breaking up with her, because, like, oh my god, I didn't want to hurt her. And, like, it just fucking guilts me constantly, and I shouldn't be guilted because she seems happy, but there's always a part of me that thinks, like, what if you seriously made a mistake? And it just makes me sad. Like, I trust her, and I trust that she'd tell me if I upset her at all, but it's just scary. It's a scary deal. Anyways. And that's everyone I've dated. But as far as what I've learned from it, I guess just that having a significant other isn't gonna solve all your problems. I've learned that sexuality is fluid. That's more sex than love, but I mean, like, I am, like, exclusively lesbian, but sometimes I just, like, am kind of in love with guys. It's demisexual, I guess, is what you could call me, but, you know, I'd have to be with a guy who, like, didn't pressure me sexually, because I hate dicks, but, just, that was something I learned through dating Paul. I learned that there's all different kinds of love. That's actually something I learned from Homestuck, and it's really frowned upon in the Homestuck fandom to use quadrants, to apply to real-world relationships, but, I've dated people who you know, it was black romance, it was love-hate, you know, it's like, we fought and fought and fought and beat the shit out of each other, and then we fucked. And then I have a moirail. I have a platonic soulmate, which is Samantha, the girl I was talking about. She is literally, in every sense, my other half. She keeps me from flying off the handle and going completely batshit, and I think that I keep her safe. At least I think I do a good job. There's, like, I don't even know. There's freaking the love that you can feel to want to protect someone. That's probably my biggest thing, is that, like, I know I really love a person when I become overprotective of them, and it's not the same. It's like a different brand of love. It's, like, completely different from romantic love. Like, there's Matt, and if anyone were to hurt Matt, I would just I would trash them. Like, oh my god, they wouldn't even be alive, and it's because I call him my little brother, and, you know, I'm an overprotective older sister. I mean, I guess if anyone tried to hurt my sister, I'd fucking, oh god, you don't even know. Her ex-girlfriend was at the mall the other day, and I was, like, this close to fucking pummeling her, but, I don't know. That's my deal. There's lots of love types, you know, and I'm kind of a hippie. I don't discriminate against any form of love, honestly. There's not a lot of hate in my soul, and I think that's good. I mean, I'm around a lot of people who make fun of lots of stuff, but I try not to make fun of stuff as long as there's love involved, and no one's getting hurt, so, yeah, that was really incoherent rambling, but, basically, just all the people that I've loved have made me strong, and have kept me going, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can really say. And I still love them all. I love every single memory. I hold on to every memory, because I'd rather have the memories inside of me than, you know, not have any memories at all. Lots of people try to forget when things go bad. I don't like to forget, because every little person that I've ever met has made me who I am, and I am who I am because of them. So, yeah, there's my little ramble for the day. I'm sorry this is so long. You're probably not even watching, but if you are, then congratulations! You can have this cup of coffee with a panda on it. Here you go. Drink up. Drink. Oh, that's not gonna work. Alright, well, bye!